Hi, welcome to another episode of Shine Like a North Star. I am Carrie Burchell, and I try to do these lives every week to just give you a little nugget about leadership and life and the lessons in just day-to-day living that really help us slow down to go fast and do our best. So I am excited because today is particularly fun. We're going to talk about Vegas. I recently did a trip to Vegas, and there were some lessons that I learned from the cab driver. They see a bunch of people, and you might be curious about how this fits into leadership. Well, let me dive in. So I went to Vegas at the end of October, and they were in the midst of doing their preparation for the Formula race. So this is all along the strip. You can see Caesar in the reflection back there. This is the bandstand or stadium seating. These open seats right here are the ones that the cab driver was saying are $3,000 a seat. So you're sitting out front, $3,000, no shade, no food, anything like that. Next door to it are these construction pieces that are being done. You see some people there installing the glass. Those are going to be the covered seating for the Formula races. Those run at $10,000 a head. Now, what's also interesting, let me share this next picture, is that the strip itself is going to have these, you can see this ribbon, if you will, going along where the cars are, and that is going to be an ongoing electronic ticker, if you will, updating pictures or stats of the race. Now, behind or right under this strip, where the electronic information is going to be running, you'll see some of the palm trees. Many of the palm trees are being uprooted, or frankly just taken out, only to be reinstalled again once the race is over. There's parts of the strip that are being widened. So when you think about change management, here's an opportunity that Vegas saw to make a lot of money. Apparently, the cabbie was telling me that there are some suites in those high hotels that just have the fortune of looking down on the road. They have $1 million packages, right? So lots of opportunity, and it's upheaving people. I mean, the cabbies are not happy with it. Sitting out there to have breakfast one morning, we were just jackhammering away. Like, it was a little distracting, not great for the tourists. And so there's that balance of weighing out, this is going to be a lot of upheaval to do in terms of change, short-lived upheaval. Will it give us the benefit that we want? So, part of this analysis that goes on, obviously, for Vegas years ago when they thought about bringing the Formula race to Vegas. So parts of the strip are being uprooted in terms of the palm trees being taken out, the roads being wider, all of this debris, right? Like just the sheer infrastructure of seating there. And obviously, like, just great opportunity. You think of some of the security that's going to have to happen, keeping the pedestrians off the racetrack, like on and on, right? So the cabbie was really venting about how problematic this was and how expensive it was, and just how people really, like, who pays that much for a $3,000 to sit on a bench out front? And at the end of all of it, as he's ranting away about the changes, and this is my real important lesson, like, not only does he have to adjust, the changes happening, you can easily see how this might be really lucrative for the city, and obviously some analysis after. The cabbie lets us off at the end, and we say to him, like, thanks very much for the ride, you're great, super interesting, and then he ends with this: enjoy your life, I love you. And that's the real message of today. It's not about telling everyone you love them, but here is a gentleman who obviously had a second language, speaking to us in English, and sometimes the most simple way of saying things wishes people the best. So he's in this chaos. He's warming us up to the idea that Vegas is not going to be what it was last time we came to visit. And despite all of the change and the chaos and the frustrations that he's experiencing, he still wishes us to have a great experience. And the leadership lesson is really slowing down to remember that we're connecting with people and we're helping each other process the environment, right? So he was helping us make sense of the chaos, right? sidewalks are closed, roads down to a couple of lanes at some point. All this ticker stuff happening here really takes away from kind of the beauty of the street. And in all of that has the wherewithal to say, enjoy your life, I love you. Like, thank you for the conversation. Thank you for connecting with me. Right? So despite all of the things that are coming at you in your change, in your environment, and having to kind of maybe throw it on people that might not be ready for it, or maybe you're ahead of the change curve and you see all of these advantages of the change that's coming in, and other people are reluctant. At the end of the day, it's about connecting with people and helping them enjoy their life because we care. Leaders care. So as you go through your spin and the craziness of whatever's going on, let's just channel this cabbie who was informative, warming us up to the change, kind of explaining some fun facts in the change. At the end of the day, though, he's wishing us a great trip, a nice holiday, connecting in the ways that matter. So let's just think of that as we think of the cabbie. And if you want to connect and talk about how you're slowing down to be your best and connecting, you can find me at carriebirchall.com. And I'm here to help you slow down, achieve your best and most ambitious goals. As a colleague told me a couple weeks ago, I help teams manage the tension that's just inherent in today's super fast pace and talk about the things that need to be talked about. So I'd love to help you find those connections, help people be their best with each other in the face of change, even though it's chaotic, and really shine like a North Star. We'll see you next week.